So, Matpat, what's your evidence for Mario being mental?
Well, Mr. Lawyer, well, as you can see on these papers, on this clipboard, there's a lot of evidence that Mario is indeed mentally ill.
Wow, there's a lot of evidence. And it's pretty good evidence. So I guess Mario is indeed...
Objection!
Huh?
What? I have evidence that Mario is not mental and those points Matpat gave you are all false.
Okay, how are you gonna counter his points if you don't know them?
He made a video with those points, and I'll use that to debunk those points. Roll the video!
Donkey Kong for the arcade.
It featured Mario's first appearance, but even in those early days, something was off. The story, as we know it, goes like this. A giant ape steals Mario's girlfriend and the heroic Italian must get her back. That's it. And it sounds good in theory, but have you ever stopped to consider why Donkey Kong steals the girl in the first place? Of course not. Raised on movies like King Kong and years of damsel in distress fairy tales, we just assume we're the good guys fighting the evil primate to save the girl. But you know what they say about assuming, don't you? It makes an ass out of you and me. Here's the truth, or rather, the rest of the story. Did you know that Mario was Donkey Kong's master? He abused the ape, which is why DK broke free and stole away with Mario's GF to get even. Yeah, that's a factoid you don't hear Nintendo trumpeting about their red-clad cash cow. Now, you would be 100% correct in asking me, well, where does it say that Mario is DK's master? The arcade game didn't come with the story, and ports to Atari and ColecoVision give a vague Mario must save the girl plot. Other sources, like Crack.com or Wikipedia, cite the book Geektionary, which I checked out. But here at GT, we try not to rest until we have primary sources. So I dug a little deeper.
Found this. I give you Donkey Kong Circus from the Game & Watch gallery.
Yes, Donkey Kong Circus. A non-canon Game & Watch game. Dude, it's a moot point when you're using a non-canon game.
In the wake of Donkey Kong, upset at being forced to climb girders for his girl, Mario punishes his freshly captured ape in their next game together, Donkey Kong Jr., where he tears Donkey Kong away from his son, cages him up, and then uses a whip to defend his prize.
Mario captured Donkey Kong because if he let a wild animal go through the city, basically chaos would all happen. So he caged up DK so he wouldn't hurt anyone.
In the final screen, Mario even whips birds to do his bidding.
To me, Mario isn't using the whip to whip animals. He's using the whip to signal the animals to go after DK Jr. to stop him from laying out the wild animal.
But what's worse than his treatment of the adult Kong is his abuse of the younger ape.
You mean the ape that's trying to free the wild animal? Seriously, dude. You're just trying to make Mario seem like a villain when he's just trying to be a hero.
To look at the utter distress and fear on that poor ape's young face.
Even though in most of his utter sprite, he's literally smiling.
He uses a lever to actively try to electrocute DK Jr. Let me reiterate that point. Mario, this icon of gaming, paragon of heroism, tries to electrocute a baby monkey for rescuing his father.
Or freeing a wild animal? Seriously, dude. A wild animal. Mario isn't trying to torture an animal. He's trying to keep a city safe.
Take, for instance, Wigglers, innocent, happy caterpillars that, across the Mario franchise, show absolutely zero intentions of ever hurting Mario. They have fucking daisies on their heads for crying out loud. And what does our hero do?
He ruins their home, not once, but twice.
In Mario 64, he didn't know the Wiggler was down there. And in Sunshine, you're assuming that the Sandbird egg is that Wiggler's home. I think you're just being stupid.
Then, after trashing their homes, he proceeds to jump on them, crushing them to death. An innocent creature who did nothing wrong but get upset when his home was violated.
The Wigglers were trying to attack Mario. Mario was just trying to defeat them so he can self-defend himself. And in 64, it had a star. And those stars are kinda needed to go through this steel stinking castle. And in Sunshine, Mario had to save the Sandbird egg, and it was attacking the beach. So basically, you're telling me that these creatures that are literally trying to hurt people are innocent.
From this perspective, Mario is no better than a child burning ants with a magnifying glass, torturing small insects just for fun.
Kids burning bugs with a magnifying glass does not make them mental.
That's not even mentioning creatures like Cheep Cheeps, fish who are just swimming around peacefully, not even attacking Mario, who get targeted, burned alive by Mario's fiery vengeance.
This one's even more stupid. Literally, in most games, there are Cheep Cheeps that go after Mario. They're trying to attack him. Wigglers, I can kinda understand at a glimpse, but Cheep Cheeps, that's not right.
Take, for instance, the Yoshi.
We learn in the beginning of Yoshi's Island that these cute dinos are responsible for saving Mario's life. To recap, a stork drops baby Mario, who, as luck would have it, lands safely on the back of a Yoshi. The rest of the game has a team of Yoshis risking their lives to reunite the baby with his kidnapped brother, then delivering the two back to their parents. A cute story, right? Heartwarming. Gets you right there.
Well, fast forward to adult Mario, hopping once more atop his trusted and loyal friend to save the day and... wait, he just punched him. Look again. Mario punches the Yoshis to get them to extend their tongue. You can even see the Yoshi flinch before it happens.
Other me, show off the artwork. On it. What does this artwork show? It shows Mario pointing and signaling Yoshi to stick his tongue out, like he's saying go.
And let's not forget that Mario will drop a Yoshi into a pit without hesitation, just to get a couple extra inches out of his jump. A pit that, time and time again, has clearly been shown to result in death.
That is not a Mario story choice. That's the player's choice.
Lest we forget, this is Yoshi, the same creature who had to deal with this and this to keep baby Mario safe. These tender-hearted dinosaurs are practically family, and what do they get?
A punch and a pit. Disposable like tissues.
Correction, a point and a player choice.
If only they had fed that obnoxious baby to a piranha plant, the Mushroom Kingdom would be a happier and safer place.
Except for, you know, the fire-breathing turtle dragon.
This next one, in my opinion, is Mario's worst sin, his treatment of Luigi.
How is Mario a bad brother for Luigi getting scared by a ghost? That's his personality. And Mario didn't even see the ghost, or even hear it.
Now, stop for a minute and look at this guy. He's an adorable coward, an awkward wannabe hero who thinks the world of his brother. Look at the way he reacts at the end of Luigi's mansion when he sees his brother is safe. Even though it's told mostly through gestures and goofy sounds, his joy is moving, without doubt.
Luigi is one of the sweetest, most genuine characters in gaming.
Every example of Mario being mental, Luigi's done it too.
In Paper Mario, you can read his secret diary, which goes on and on for pages about how much he admires Mario, how much he wishes he could go on these adventures, how he's asked over and over to be included on the next big quest. And what we read is that Mario has crushed those dreams, crushed them like the thousands of Goombas he's crushed under his fat Italian weight, denying his brother any chance of fulfilling his dreams, of living a happy life.
Despite most adventures at that time so far, Luigi was most of the time playable, or at least gonna be playable.
But it gets worse than sheer neglect.
Look at the ending of New Super Mario Bros. Wii. Luigi flies in, offers Mario and Peach room in his balloon, and then they just fly off without him. They don't acknowledge his existence, they don't thank him, they don't invite him to fly with them.
They just flat out ignore him.
Replay that clip.
They just flat out ignore him.
Slow it down and zoom in on the balloon's door.
They just flat out ignore him.
They didn't ignore him. Luigi accidentally closed the door and the balloon floated away. An accident.
He is less than the Koopa remnant on the bottom of Mario's shoes.
They are also on his shoes, Buckenberry's shoes, and Aligold's shoes. Buckenberry and Aligold are Blue Toad and Yellow Toad.
Luigi doesn't get any thanks at the end of Mario is Missing either. After Luigi's completed this quest,
Mario just strolls out and stands there. Stands there. No thank you.
Need I say more?
Is Mario's behavior at the end of Mario Power Tennis.
Buckle up, boys and girls.
Yeah, we're pulling out the real obscure games to get to the heart of this jacket. Does it sound like I'm fired up? Yeah, because I'm fired up. I am angry that I have been deceived by this sleazeball plumber for decades. That I have called him a hero. That I have been his fanboy. Here's why. In Mario Power Tennis, if Luigi wins, this is what happens. He celebrates. For once, this perpetual player 2, this second fiddle gets his chance in the spotlight. People are cheering for him. A stadium full of people are celebrating Luigi. He's holding a trophy, and what does Mario do? The brother who Luigi would love the approval of more than anything else. What does he do?
Walks up to him, applauding, laughing, slaps him on the back, and then grinds his shoe into his brother's foot, stands there, and grinds it in. Still smiling, still laughing.
This is just brotherly teasing. And I should know. I have a big brother. And he does that too. Mario's just slightly jealous. And there's another clip that basically just counteracts this point. Cue Koopa Troopa's victory screen. I'm gonna replay a segment of it. Look at what Mario did there. After Koopa Troopa knocked Luigi away, Mario instinctively went to check on Luigi. He clearly loves his brother. But there's still some points here that are not left in. Because he made a part 2.